farmers by like, you know, doing like a
You should do a
hosting
YouTube
provider
series
lookup.
where you just like teach people how to hack.
I'd literally rather like blow my brains out. Like it would be so fucking, it would be so taxing, and people, no one would like. I'd literally have like idiots on Kiwi farms who are like, who have like a room temperature IQ being like, no, you are so wrong. I learned in coding school, and it's like, can you shut the fuck up because you haven't hacked anywhere? Like, just saying, just shut the fuck up. So these people will fully tell you that they know more than you while you're credited in articles. Like, it's crazy. So, like, Kiwi farmers are the equivalent of like WebMD doctors. Like, you know, calling like a free WebMD doctor and asking them if you have cancer, and they say yes every time. Like, that is literally KF in a nutshell. Like, it's like calling a WebMD doctor because you can't afford to like get private healthcare. But and the private healthcare is Encyclopedia Dramatica. But anyway, with like hacking, it's like, you know, you first learn how to like find a hosting provider, and then like you want to learn a bit more. You want to learn how secure the website is. You learn about port scans. You learn about DDoSing, and then you learn about botnets and how botnets work and how to log into a botnet. And then, you know, when you're looking up info about someone, you want to find out how you can get their IP address, because that might be useful to test if they're like, you know, if you can knock them offline or not. So then you have to figure out how to grab their IP address without them noticing. And that's how you kind of end up like learning how to hack.
Someone else got mine through Skype. Fuck you, Skype.
Skype. Oh, Skype's bad. Skype and Facebook, when it comes to your data, they don't give no fucks. Like, they're handing that
This
shit
was
out
in
like
2000. Oh god, like 11 or 12 probably. So Skype was like all we had back in the bad dark days.
I literally
Even Discord
can't,
didn't exist back
like,
then.
Discord is such a kind of an L. Like, it is degenerate, and like I don't think people understand that my attitude to Discord is very much like my attitude to like
You know the guy that
bars.
made it, right? I mean, are you surprised that it's degenerate?
Like, yeah, no, but like my attitude to Discord is very like much like my attitude to bars. It's like, it's fine in little doses. I don't think people realize that if I sat on Discord all day, like, I feel like that shit in a way can turn you crazy, but it's not Discord that's the problem. It's the way that it's set up so that anyone can just needs an email to pretend to be someone else. Like, you have all these like groups, like these circle jerks full of like add-ons, and it's not the same as add-ons that like have profiles on places. Like, you know, if they have a profile on like a forum, like they can only post from that profile. Like, making a whole other account and building up its history and building up its credibility is a lot harder. On Discord, that can be done within like 20 minutes of joining, and you can just build a profile and make it look like legit. You can even just resurrect an account you had from years
Taylor
back.
loves doing that shit where he makes new accounts and pretends to be other people.
Yeah,
What did
I know.
he he messaged KMS pretending to be Matt, and he believed him for like a month.
I remember like so like on like Discord, my attitude to it is like I barely use it now, to the point where like I have one big server and it's so unmoderated, and everyone's always messaging me being like, hey, can you fix the perms because I can't speak, and one of your mods banned me, and I'm like, you know what, sort it out amongst yourselves, because I can't, because like with Discord, like, if you saw
So,
what happened with
hey,
IHM.
actual BF is like sick and busy tonight, but tomorrow he wants to have a chat if
I
you
need to
want
message
to.
him back about, yeah, I forgot to message him back about the things he was
Yeah,
asking
we
me
gotta have
about.
like serious business chat.
Oh god. That moment when I have to stop being like a weird degenerate lolcow on Twitter, and I have to go into like professional
No, you can
work mode.
still be that. Just it's about more serious business stuff we shouldn't talk about in spaces probably.
Okay, we will not discuss such intel in Twitter space. Even though I'm literally the person that's like always on the verge of like being fired for like doing something insanely stupid in the Twitter space. Like, I'm so shocked that I haven't lost my job, but I think it's kind of iconic. Like, my boss has read my Kiwi Farms thread, and he was like, "Good job," and I was like, "Thanks." I think so too. I think this is good. I think this is engagement. This is you asked.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, slay, slay. But like, I don't know. Like with Taylor, like I don't think he can code anymore because I just think he used to have connections. He used to work for Matt. He used to actually work for Path with Matt. Then he kind of just like, I mean, there was a point where Path was entirely run by LulzSec members, which is just fucking crazy. Like, it's a professional company. I kind of get it. Like, to be fair, it's not very different from what like we're doing. But at the same time, with like Taylor, he has it. He's so unprofessional that it's like he ends up in like these issues, like these weird beefs with like one
You know
person, and
about
he'll
the
talk about.
Larkin story?
Oh my god, tell me.
He was working for some guy that was murdered now, like, and there's like a whole international like
Is this like the
investigation
weird
into it. Oh my
politician
god.
guy?
Is the what? It's the Obsidian
Is it
guy,
the
I think.
weird? Okay. Yeah, no. Taylor was literally like he at first, like when I first met him, I remember testing out. Like I remember quizzing him, not in a way like not trying to be like, oh, you're a larper, just because I wanted to understand what type of coding he knows, because I don't know anything about like when it comes down to like stuff like networking and like fucking like OBS and streaming software. Count me the fuck out. Anything with finance, OBS, count me the fuck out. Networking just about, but like the rest of it, count me the fuck out. So I was trying to see what he knew to see if it was similar to what I knew. And he used to be able to code. And I used to be like, oh, okay, cool, we can do some ops together. I come back in 2 months and he's just like lost it. Lost his fucking marbles. And I'm like, and I'm so confused on how he lost it that quickly. Like people go crazy so fast. Like I don't get it.
We had someone in here earlier who was the one he was accusing of being like a terrorist and hacking him for like months and months and months and months.
This
And
is
finally,
IHM. I will bet money that he's still in contact with IHM and they're feeding off each other's like schizophrenia induced by Discord. And like I try and help people. Like I really do. Like half of the reason I'm in all of these groups is for the sake of like literally trying to drag people out of it. And sometimes I'm successful. But with people like IHM, she will look at me point blank in the eye while being catfished by like a million different people and she'll be like, you're trying to ruin my fake relationship with my catfish. And I'm like, you know what? I dealt with this for 2 years. It was traumatic enough, and I don't really need to be part of whatever the fuck you're doing. Because she has like so many different people trying to groom her and catfish her into killing herself. And I went to the effort of joining her server just so I could ban all of those people. Because I genuinely felt bad because I'd been in exactly the same situation as her. But as soon as I banned them, like 2 weeks later, she allows them all back in. And it was so frustrating because I thought I'd finally saved her ass. And I just hadn't because she allowed all of those people back in. Like, as soon as I banned them.
some people you just can't help if they don't want to help themselves, and that's why I'm just.
Oh, I have work in 6 hours. Oh.
What are
I'm
you
sleeping.
doing? Like,
No, I have insomnia and I've tried so hard to get to sleep. I ate so many melatonin gummies. I like people will literally be like, she's high. No, I have crippling ADHD. I hope that helps. Like I,
bang.
I'm neurodivergent. We cannot sleep. Please leave me alone. I don't have a crack issue. I'm not Taylor, but with
It's literally like being on meth 24/7. That's why I do so many fucking drugs. Like, I do. Oh my! I have like you don't know how much marijuana I need in my system at a time just for my brain to be able to like slow down enough to be able to concentrate on one thing to like be able to like focus enough to make a thought. Like, oh,
I don't even like do anything. I just what I just try and I'm trying the holistic method of just smoking Blue Lotus and like eating melatonin gummies, and I'm like, yeah, this should work. And then like 3 hours later, I'm still awake and just hating myself so much because it didn't work. And now I know I have to get up in like 6 hours, and everyone in the office is gonna know I haven't slept that much, and it's gonna be this whole thing. This whole like, were you up on kiwi farms again? Were you like researching into kiwi farmers again? And it's like, no, actually, I was bugging out on the Twitter space. Like, I ate food. That's the other thing I always do when I can't sleep. My instant solution is to just eat as much food as possible and hope that it puts me like in a coma.
Maybe, yeah, that could be it. Maybe because
That
like
could
once you eat
work. That could
food,
work.
no, when you eat food, it's giving you more glucose, so it's giving you more
Wait,
energy.
what the
So
fuck?
like you should not.
That means I'm cooked. I just ate toast and honey on this space.
Yeah, so now you're like you got more energy again.
I hate everyone for not telling me this.
I just told you.
Yeah, but that was late, though.
Does anyone have any
It was.
ideas for how to make Trollcow sleep?
I think I'm gonna just like vape like under the covers and hope that like I give myself like enough nicotine poisoning to
Stop
get to
vaping.
sleep.
That's another thing. All the fucking nicotine and shit is keeping you awake.
I have a nicotine addiction. I'm sorry.
That is, yeah,
It's so
that is
good.
like the, oh my god.
You smoke weed, shush. You're smoking nicotine every time you roll a joint. You have to put tobacco in there.
What are you?
I swear you have to put tobacco in your weed, no? Don't people do that?
You're the most British person on the face of this planet. So
Am
first
I?
of
I
all,
feel like I've done a very good job at assimilating to the culture.
that
Very
is
proud of
just
myself.
something that British and European people do because y'all got such shitty weed, you can't smoke it without that. Over here
Really, because
is,
like people were doing that shit in like
yeah, no, that's
Italy when
called a
I went.
split, but it's disgusting. We don't usually do that in America. We smoke just regular flour. But me, I'm such a snob that I don't even smoke flour anymore. I only smoke concentrate, so it's like I vape the concentrate so I don't get any like plant material or anything in my lungs. I just get super stoned. It's beautiful.
I forgot when like I was outside of like I was literally at an event and some person hit me like gave me a weed vape to try like literally outside a work event and I was like me being like fucking crazy was like sure and then I like felt like I'd just taken an acid tab like it was so bad. I walked into work thinking like I was literally like I've cooked myself like this meeting is gonna be so interesting. And I just sat there the whole time. I don't know if I was asked any questions because, like, I was tripping balls on a weed pen. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, most people just have like a normal high, and then there's just me being like, "Why is the world moving?" I smoked weed. But yeah, that wasn't good. That was terrible, and now I don't do drugs because I don't want to be a degenerate forever. Um, I feel like it's fine though, because I was young.
Nicotine is
I was like
definitely a drug.
19. Is it?
It totally counts. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as like this. Like there are people out here like okay, like nicotine's bad, but I have like anxiety. I can justify it by being like, you know, I would have like jumped up a building if I didn't have like my copes. And I know it's bad, but at least I'm not relying on like, there are people out here fucking prostitutes and like, you know, and like snorting meth and stuff. Like I don't feel too bad about myself for like smoking a vape. At least it's not like
I
straight
straight up will admit to
cigarettes.
people that part of why I smoke is to keep me from doing anything worse because like I was an opiate addict for years. Thank you, doctors. Thank you for that one.
Slay and congrats for like not doing it. I've been there, but not with opiates, and yeah, it didn't go well. And yeah, I'm too slay for that. I don't need hard drugs when I have my insanity to keep me to keep me company instead. Who needs drugs when you're just fucking crazy, right? Like I
My brain
I
is
have
the
my
drug.
thoughts.
I have never heard Blackface be this
I've
quiet
just
in my
seen I've just seen the
like
best
2 years.
effort
Mike,
post.
what are you doing? Are you just
I just
enjoying
seen
this conversation? Hey.
hey.
I'm just wondering what he and Paul are doing and what they're thinking about like any of this.
I know. I think I'm so used to hearing this from my guys. It's nice to hear the other side. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Paul heard us trash his king, Andrew Tate, so he probably.
Yeah, that's a tough one, right? When you go against the sacred cows.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry for bullying your pedophile overlord. My bad. My bad, Paul.
Look, he's the one that
I hope you take it.
maintains the relationships with the investors. You know, so turns out all the investors are also interested in the same Andrew Tate activities. So.
And yeah, if you guys
It's a
ever need
finance
security
bro.
services, this is my friend Trollcow.
Oh yeah.
You got a bit of your computer that's fucked. Don't worry, I'll come with like a golden spanner and like fucking like my fucking Streamlab software screaming it into my phone to fix it for you. Be like, hey, I've been sent by the kiwi farmers in my walls to fix your computer. I'm
That
so
sounds like the
confused as to
beginning of a movie I've seen.
how do kiwi farmers think I'm serious? Like, is it just me or does everything I
Can you
post come off
explain?
like?
So this is a perfect time for you to. I have
Yeah, are these
looked up.
farmers in New Zealand?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Can you explain
honey,
what Kiwi Farms
honey.
is? Because
Yeah.
yeah, it took me a
Okay,
while to finally understand it, and I still don't think I do. So can you please?
so to explain it to you guys, I'll explain it how I explain it to my work. It is a typically far right online forum, which is basically the original purpose was to document a niche comic book artist who went by Chris Chan, who is now a quote unquote transgender woman, self-proclaimed, and this person ended up doing some shit like fucking their mum, and then like but all of that aside, over the years Kiwi Farms devolved into talking about other like people like Chris Chan that they deemed lolcows. And the term lolcow comes from the fact that they are funny things, like funny cows that moo and can be milked for laughs. So the term milk, like something being milky, comes from milking the udder of a cow to get the funny content out. So basically, over the years, it's kind of expanded to talk about like all sorts of people, like everyone from like Pearl Davis to like Nick Fuentes to Andrew Andrew Tate, and then like lesser known people like streamers like Teddy Fiza, um, me, Brian Dunn, Ethan Ralph, and then you have like weird sections where they talk about communities, like niche groups of people, um, like Girl World, which is like a group of obese women who all hate each other. Um, fucking Tour Swats and 764, which are like splinters that were created from Dockspin and now just turned into like a mess. There's I don't know. There's posts about there's a lot about like Twitch streamers. Basically, it just documents people on like mass. And the controversies come from the fact that it hosts stuff like revenge pornography and also hosts stuff like people's addresses, where they live, like their IP addresses, stuff like that, including hacked information and like leaks from databases that got hacked not by Kiwi Farms but were posted on Kiwi Farms. So the owner has come under like a lot of controversy, and like at one point, two trans people went to his house with like with like I don't know guns or knives or whatever, and like he had to hide behind his mom. Or that's what they said anyway. So over the years, everyone's tried to take it offline, including like Keffels, Liz Fong Jones, lots of other prominent people. I'm not trying to miss out any names. I'm just fucking tired and lazy. But um, so far over the years, it's basically struggled to stay online. Recently, it's managed to stay online just about. They bounced between hosting providers. They were one of 3 websites that were taken down from Cloudflare. One of them being Cryflare, one of them being Daily Stormer. Actually, there was one other that I'm probably missing. Might have been the Iron, the whatever the fuck it was called, and then Kiwi Farms was the other one that was. It wasn't really taken down; it was blocked services too. So Prince stopped providing reverse proxies. So the anonymizing IP address results that come up in Whois that were provided by Cloudflare, Prince stopped allowing Kiwi Farms access to those, which was a big thing, and it was all over like the news for a bit. And they've been dropped from Epic for not very good reason. Epic, I mean, we all know how vile Epic are from when Epic were hacked by Anonymous and Cortana. So Epic are not exactly a fucking beacon of light themselves, but they said they made like a stupid accusation that Kiwi Farms hosted child pornography, which I don't think there was much basis to. I think there's a lot of basis to revenge pornography. I don't think that should be online, but like it was dumb. It was like it was defamation, and so there was like a that business between KF and Epic was banned as well, like ended as well, and then and basically it's just been the same for like a lot of different hosting providers, and now they've managed to stay online. I don't know what their current host is. Let me quickly run that on our system. Like 1 sec. It's now kiwifarms.st. Okay, yeah. So now they're hosted by 10 Cent Building, which is in China, Kexingong Avenue, and MX Route for the mail server, which is in the United States. So basically, their hosting is now in China and the US. So yeah, I mean, that's what I predicted. But
Nobody teach them blockchain technology, please.
yeah, everyone just gatekeep that, please. So so the problem with Kiwi Farms though is that anyone could post on there, and because anyone could post on there, and they used to be quite highlight on it used to be quite free speech friendly. I'm basically one of the only people that was banned for not much good reason. Basically for being infamous, like literally. Apparently now, if you have a bad reputation, you can be censored on platforms. So Kiwi Farms is not free speech friendly. So just keep that in mind. That unless you post in line with everyone else's narratives, and unless you don't put your head above the parapet, and you drink the Kool-Aid and you polish the shoe, you'll be fine on there. So
It's very much like Twitter.
exactly. So I was well, okay. The problem is a lot of people who post on there tend to be the types of people that also coincidentally have no lives. Because obviously with a niche alt-right platform like Kiwi Farms that hosts everything from shooting videos to hacked databases to just content that people want removed, you get like a lot of degenerates that are reporting on that stuff. Because, who the fuck else is going to be posting revenge pornography and, like, that kind of stuff unless they have, like, no life, right? So, the types of people that post on there are basically majority male, with a few decent exceptions. Majority male, around age 40, who whose lives are basically being unemployed, and addicted to some sort of substance, usually meth or alcohol, and incredibly overweight. And the average poster on that site, it's not a free speech thing. A lot of it is just like a flat out hating women thing, or they just have they have their own opinions and they push it on to like whatever they're talking about. So it stopped being this documentation source for people about people. It's now devolved into a place for people to basically just write their fucking own personal diaries and opinions like it's gospel. And that's the problem. Like I don't think it should be censored.
And so
I
our
don't really,
friend
yeah,
Trollcow here has a thread that was like
I
98
do.
pages or something.
No, it's
They're
300
obsessed
pages.
with
I
her.
think it's like 300 or more now, for sure. It is massive. I don't mind having a thread.
You give them a lot of content, but I mean, I think you have more fans than they do at this point. I mean, look at half the people in this
I
room are
mean,
your
the whole thing is
fans.
kind of there to farm content in a way, but like they don't need to know that. They don't need to know how artificial everything is. But like with like with Kiwi Farms, it's like I don't really think anything. I don't think it itself should be censored, but I think more could be done to prevent things from happening, like revenge pornography, because that is just sexual exploitation. So it puts me in this position where it's like, you know, I don't really think that they should be taken offline, but I also think that they should be forced to stick within better guidelines for what the fuck they're hosting, you know? Like they they don't need to bend the knee. They just need to stop hosting like inflammatory sexual exploitation material. Like it's to avoid being taken down would not be that hard. It's just that the owner is incredibly defiant. So I don't know. Anyway, that's the tea.
Damn it. Okay, I have to actually go because I have to go say goodnight
Same.
today and
I have to go
stuff.
to sleep. I have work in 6 hours.
Oh
Good
yeah,
night.
you that too.
Night,
I might be,
everyone.
yeah, I might be back in a few, but yeah, tomorrow we should chat.
Yes, nighty.
Go to sleep.
Oh, I'm on Kiwi Farms. You guys
Oh,
have
why would you just you're using a VPN, right?
Good night.
I wouldn't go there without a rubber. That's all I'm saying. Feel free to look up her thread if you really want to lose all of your brain cells. Her story is when she got catfished. It's really depressing, but just TLDR. A guy convinced her to basically carve his name into her legs, and then like took the pictures and posted it on there and was like, "Ha ha ha! This is hilarious! What a dumb slut!" And yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. So she's on a mission to destroy them, and I don't blame her.
I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah.